Malan puts Middlesex in control after host collapse at New Road. It was honours just about even on day one at Worcester as batsmen on both sides struggled. Dawid Malan's 45 turned out to be the highest score of the day as Middlesex were bowled out for 221 and then reduced the home side to 64 for 3 in reply, still 157 runs behind. Worcestershire opener Tom Fell had been the model of patience on day one when compiling 18 runs. He'd added just one to that overnight score when he was castled by an absolute beauty from Tom Helm. Fell's 19 scored from 95 balls. And the home side were in real trouble when Helm struck again in the same over. Tongue, his fourth victim of the innings, caught by Souter, and it was 75 for 5. Perhaps mercifully, the rain arrived after half an hour of play and forced a stoppage that turned into an early lunch, with the score 85 for 5. But when play resumed, the Worcestershire collapse simply continued. No more runs had been added when Vessels was bowled by Murtagh for 7. And it was 85 for 7 when Helm completed a hugely impressive fiver in the next over, Whiteley the man to go, with Eskenazi taking the catch. Cox and Barnard nursed the home side's total into 3 figures, but only just before Barnard was trapped in front to give Murtagh his second wicket. And 10 runs later, another LBW decision accounted for Cox, Harris the bowler this time, and Worcester was still more than 100 runs behind Middlesex's first innings score. Last pair, Leach and Morris, managed to edge the deficit into double figures, and with the captain taking the lead, they began to frustrate the Middlesex bowlers. Leach hit 7 boundaries in his 32, and Morris weighed in with 3 before he was LBW to Souter to bring the innings to a close. A stand of 40 for the last wicket could be significant in such a low-scoring game, but at 156 all out, Worcestershire still trailed by 65 runs. Helm, the standout bowler, with 5 for 36. After the tea interval, Leach continued to be a thorn in Middlesex's side, this time with the ball in his hand. After Robson had hit 2 of his first 4 balls to the fence, he was trapped LBW in the Worcestershire skipper's second over. And Leach did the same to Holden in his third, and at 20 for 2, Middlesex's lead was still manageable for the home side. But Gubbins and Malan moved that advantage past 100 runs and proceeded to build a partnership that broke Worcestershire's spirit and stretched Middlesex's lead into match-winning proportions. So far this season, their batsmen have struggled to turn starts into big scores, but this was an opportunity that Malan wasn't about to waste, the captain finding his best form as he charged towards a century. In the end, it came off 121 balls with 14 boundaries and served as a useful reminder to the England selectors before this summer's Ashes. With Gubbins scoring a slightly more sedate 72, which still included 10 fours, the visitors closed on 195 for 2, a lead of 260. They are well placed to push for victory on day 3.